everyone. The act which I am going to discuss with you today is Indian Contract Act 1872. The Indian Contract Act 1872 came into force on 1st September 1872. It applies to whole of India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. This act is divided into two parts: general principles of the law of contract and special kinds of contract. General principles are contained in section 1 to section 75 and special kinds of contract are contained in section 124 to section 238. First, we will discuss the definition of contract. The legal definition of the term contract is given under Section 2, Clause H of the Indian Contract Act 1872. This section says that an agreement enforceable by law is a contract. The analysis of this definition shows that a contract must have two elements: an agreement, and the agreement must be enforceable by law. Thus, a contract is equal to an agreement plus enforceability. Let me explain the definition of contract with an example. Mr. Tom is a shoe manufacturer and Mr. Bob is a dealer in shoes. Mr. Tom contracted with Mr. Bob to supply him 1,000 pairs of shoes at a certain price. As per their agreement, the shoes were to be delivered in 5 installments. So this is a valid contract between Mr. Tom and Mr. Bob. After the supply of 400 pairs of shoes, Mr. Bob told Mr. Tom that no more shoes are required. So a breach of contract was committed by Mr. Bob. In this case, Tom may file a suit against Bob because it is a contract and it is enforceable by law. If a party fails to perform his legal obligation in a contract, then the other party can bring a legal action against the party in the court of law. Let me give you another example. Raju promised to pay rupees 1 lakh to Babu to kill Sanju. Thus, there is an agreement between Raju and Babu. But this agreement is not a contract because killing a person is punishable under law. It is forbidden by law. So this agreement is not enforceable by law. All contracts are agreement, but all agreements are not contract. Now we move on to the term agreement. The term agreement is legally defined in Section 2, Clause E of the Indian Contract Act. As per this section, every promise and every set of promises forming the consideration for each other is an agreement. Let me give you an example. Mr. Ram offered to sell his laptop to Mr. Shyam for rupees 10,000. Shyam accepted Ram's offer and promised to pay him rupees 10,000. When promise is satisfied with a consideration, it becomes agreement. Consideration means something in return. Let us now move on to the next term, that is promise. The term promise is defined in Section 2, Clause B of the Indian Contract Act, which says that a proposal, when accepted, becomes a promise. So we may say that agreement is equal to offer plus acceptance, and contract is equal to an agreement plus enforceability. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching.